And our next speaker is going to talk about how the energy crisis drives hybrid work in offices. Felix Engel and his team at Crem Solutions help mid-size and large companies in Germany to step into the world of hybrid working. Their software solutions not only provide an integrated solution for employees and managers, but also help companies save energy costs on a large scale. So here is Felix Engel.
I have a relatively short presentation, so I would really encourage you guys to ask some questions in the end so we can get a little bit of a discussion. I'm Felix. I'm here on behalf of Crem Solutions and the Nemetschek Group. The Nemetschek Group basically does a lot of software for planning and construction, and my team in particular, we work on a software getting companies to adapt and to get the hybrid working model going. So basically desk sharing and monitoring. So thank you also Daniel Will, who's our contact in Germany, great sparring partner, and we have a lot of fun talking about energy efficiency and buildings and clients. So what I'm trying to talk very briefly today about is, first of all, the status of mobile working on the globe right now. Then also why mobile work will most likely be the absolute dominant way of working in the future. Then also how the energy crisis really is driving the adoption rate. And I have also brought one client story for you guys to see that, and that's very impressive, I think. And also what we think, or maybe just an idea of what can happen to the real estate market from our perspective when we talk to our clients in the future. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, maybe question in the audience. How many people of you do hybrid work or home office at all? Okay, I would say most. And how many people do 2 days or more? Maybe a quarter, so not so many actually. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the world. Here's a study. Let's see if this is working. Yes. Perfect. So just take a moment to look at this. I think this is very impressive. So according to this paper of the CSI IFO from September 2022, so very recent, the average mobile workdays worldwide is 1.5 days. And I think personally it's very interesting to look at the different countries, for example, India, which are totally front runner for many reasons. But also the study asked on how many workers will quit their job or change the employer if they had to return to the office full time again. So let's look at this for a moment. And this was very interesting, I thought. So out of 100, 26 people say, okay, if I have to return to the office full time, I'm done. I might be one of them, actually. Okay, so, but why is working from home so powerful? So, because in a free economy, obviously, the market always drives towards saving money and saving time. And have you ever heard about anybody say, I would like my computer to run slower or my cost to be higher? Obviously not. So like even Jeff Bezos, and I think we have somebody from Amazon here today, says it, and I really like this quote. At Amazon, we always focus on 3 things: biggest selection, lowest price, and fastest delivery time. And I think this is so true for many areas. And for you to get a feeling how much money, let's talk about money first, can be saved by these companies, I brought you some data from a real client of ours. It's a real international client in the service field. And this is how much they actually use their offices within the last 3 months. So what we see, and this is actually what we see from actually all of our clients, we have around under 20% average use of all the office resources. So this would be workspaces, rooms, collaboration spaces, everything. And you see on the Friday especially, if you can see this, we have under 7% of occupancy around the whole portfolio. And this is in the US and the UK. I actually already excluded Saturdays and Sundays on this. And for us, it's been shocking to see this data. We always try to explain, okay, but you know, we don't know. It's just like that everywhere. So it's a big way and a big idea for us how we can continue to work with this. So who of you guys in the audience think that this company will keep renting these buildings 3 years from now when the lease expires? I think they will save a lot of money on this, obviously. Okay, but now let's talk about the other aspect, the time. So how much time did the average person spend to commute to the office back in 2019? 64 minutes worldwide per day. It's a lot of time. So I think it's safe to say that working from home saves massive amounts of money and time. That's obvious. And because companies had to adapt through COVID already, they now have more flexibility to react to the challenges of today and tomorrow, obviously. And we know that adaptability is important for companies to, be market fit in the marketplace and to be successful. And now some smart companies use this adaptability to really get ahead. And that's one of our clients. It's called Merck. It's a huge pharmaceutical company from Germany. And due to the massive pressure in price increases in the energy sector, they now really wanted to innovate. And I can tell you actually more of our clients do the same strategy that they do. And what they do is they roll out desk sharing on half of their buildings in a huge effort. So we are right now busy digitalizing all these buildings, because through the winter they want to cut off half of the buildings. They just go into the winter mode, stealth mode, and no one will be in these offices. And of course, also Airthings helps us, measuring all these. So that's a great help. And I'm asking myself, if companies can cut the amount of buildings in half within 3 months from the idea to the implementation process, I'm not sure if they will keep all these buildings 30 years from now. And we as a company, how do we help them? So basically, we first created a digital twin so the employees can book. And then we have different devices so everybody can book from home, book from the office, and make it very comfortable for the employees. And also we help them, of course, in the change process, because sometimes it's very difficult for these companies to get this new way of working integrated, and painful sometimes. So basically, this is how it looks when we implement a client. So we have this interface. People can really interact, find their colleagues, try to be well prepared before they go to the office. So in closing, let me say this. No one can predict what will happen to the real estate market, obviously, when all these leases expire. Our clients are very clear with that in that regard. But there are many projects, obviously, also to convert maybe offices into living. And there are also companies, or rather countries and states and cities starting to implement new laws to make that happen. So just a couple of slides, from conversion projects. I think these are from Los Angeles. So they just take, very nice and typical office buildings, turn them into housing. I think this is, beautiful what you can do with it. And I think at least in the German market, there will be definitely done a lot of these projects. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.